Kind of a weird title to have on a video, right? Don't become someone's drug. What's that supposed to mean? I'm actually concerned with relationships. You know, the modern type of relationship. It's based on attachment. To some extent, we know that true love is unconditional. That's something that Buddhism teaches me daily. That's something I'm trying to incorporate into my life. Something I try to incorporate through the dharmic practices that I have. That love should be unconditional. Putting value out into the world should be unconditional. You're not supposed to get anything in return. You're not supposed to expect to get anything in return. That's why I make these videos. I'm not expecting you to give me money or you to give me anything. All I'm asking is, if you find this valuable, implement into your life. That's the best you can do for me. And I think that we have to, in some way, approach this in our relationships. Either be it a partner or someone you love, whatever it may be. So, becoming someone's drug, when your partner is so attached to you that you leaving them, just for a little while, can cause deep distress. They're constantly checking in on you, they're constantly contacting you, they can't spend a minute without you, and when you do not spend time with each other, you become agitated or whatever it may be. That's unhealthy. And that means you have become a drug and your partner as well has become a drug. So now your relationship isn't based off of love, but attachment. We think that being attached to someone is love. It isn't love. Love is unconditional. That's what love is. We sometimes mix up these two concepts, attachment and love. Oh, I want this girl to only be with me. We think that is love, but it isn't love. It's so far detached from love as you could imagine it to be. Attachment isn't love. Get this into your head. This will make life so much easier for you and your partner. How do you become then unconditionally loving, an unconditionally loving partner? How do you become that? It's hard, you know? We have our attachments. It's not like we can get rid of them in an instant. That's the problem with us humans. Not a problem, but that's the quirk of us humans. That's how we function in some ways. We're supposed to be attached to food because that is what gives us sustenance. We're supposed to be attached to sex because that's how we procreate and spread the genes, spread our genes, and that in that way we can continue this existence not only in this life but in the next as well. That's why we make kids, you know? It's all about attachment to ourselves and our species in some ways. Richard Dawkins, in his book The Self Gene, in some ways discusses this phenomenon where you are willing to sacrifice yourself for your child or somebody else that shares your genes, not because you're selfless, but simply because of this. You are in fact preserving your genes by sacrificing yourself. So it's kind of tricky, but have this in mind when you're approaching love, especially if you're getting into a new relationship, especially you young kids out there. Do not own your partner. Do not feel that you're owning your partner. Do not feel that they own you anything. Do not be afraid of disappointing them, because you cannot fulfill their every needs. You're a human, for God's sake. The problem is in our relationships, it's so full of attachment. It's so full of godly worship of our partners, because we kind of worship our partners. we become obsessed with them. And when they do not, in some ways, how you say it, we cannot visualize them in the moment. Perhaps we're arguing with them about something. Now our view of them as a godly being is lowered. We don't view them as a godly being anymore in that moment. That can disappoint us immensely, make us miserable. Because this role that you're trying to give to them, they cannot fulfill it. They never will. So that is why it's so essential that you yourself take responsibility of not putting unnecessary attachment upon your partner or your friends or family for that matter. Because by then you're creating yourself to be a drug. And the only way for this person to get satisfaction is them being with you. Is them interacting with you in some way. That's unhealthy. And will lead you downwards, spiraling into deep depressions and other anxious thoughts. Don't do that. It's unhealthy. To wrap this one up, attachment, godly worship, this will lead you to either your partner becoming a drug or you becoming a drug for your partner. I hope you liked this video. Hit the bell notification down below, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next. Stay great.